What do you do when MTV wants you to own up to all your mistakes and read the comments? Ask your friends to do it, but first, buy them a car and make sure that they can't talk about you. Hey guys, it's Billy and welcome back to Spill Sesh. We're once again talking about Tana Mojo because TanaCon just wasn't enough to bring the heat onto Tana. Her fans are still reeling over her MTV show and they are not cutting her any slack for the behavior she displayed this season. So like I said in my last video where we talked about this show, season 2 did end and it didn't end in the best way. It certainly didn't make Tana look any better than any of the other episodes this season. She seemed just as ungrateful for her life and she didn't seem like she was willing to be working beyond time. She wasn't doing anything to help her friends. She just wasn't living up to any of the promises that she had made. She wasn't caring about her business, and she has come out and made a few videos talking about her mental health and her struggle during this whole time, but a lot of people feel as though that did not make up for any of the behavior that she said, because she did try to make it seem like MTV edited her to make it seem like she was a very terrible person during all of this, but she still said and did everything that she did in the show. Nobody edited her saying terrible things. Nobody edited her in bed sleeping through any of the promises that she had made anybody to show up on time for certain things. So nobody edited her to be a slacker. Those are things that legitimately happened last year. This is not to say I personally don't take mental health very seriously, because I do understand how disabling it can be when you are in such a depression. You don't want to get out of bed. You don't care about anything. You don't want to eat, all of this stuff. I totally understand. But the people in the comments are very upset. True fans of Tana's are upset that, you know, she even did the second season if she was so depressed. She made the commitment and they felt like at the end of the day, she needed to show up and act appropriately. And they felt even though she was going through a hard time, the people around her did not deserve the things that happened to them and the things that she said to them or did to them. And going on into this year, it just seems like none of the excuses that she has made for herself in regards to her behavior last year are going to work. So as a season wrap up, MTV posted a video titled Amari and Ashley React to Harsh YouTube Comments plus Deleted Scenes, MTV No Filter Tana Mojo. In this video, it's a 12-minute video. It's kind of like a bonus video since the season is over, and it is of Amari and Ashley basically responding to comments, watching footage of the show, and just kind of giving us a perspective on some of the things that we may not have known. And basically they're just making excuses for Tana. I mean, come on, this is crazy. A lot of people in the comments are so pissed because they're saying things like Tana can't come on here and address the hate. They had to recruit Amari and Ashley. And let me just make a little note, you guys, that they had to change the thumbnail of the video because people were so upset that this had nothing to do with Tana and that it was all Ashley and Amari. So they included just like a little picture of Ashley and Amari in the thumbnail. I mean, truthfully, I think Tana is done with MTV. The way that this season played out, I obviously think she realizes that she didn't look good at all. She's obviously acknowledged it. She's chosen to blame MTV for it. So I don't think she wants to be working with this particular crew in any way. So I think that recruiting Amari and Ashley were the only options that MTV was going to get for any type of bonus episode, because I just don't think that Tana would have been willing to work with them, or who knows, she might have slept through this commitment and Amari and Ashley had to step in and do this commitment for her. But they did say that this was filmed in present time, like they were in quarantine. And if you guys watched Tana's story, you would well enough know that Ashley and Amari are both quarantined with Tana. So they did film this inside her house. Like Tana was very much present to do this filming opportunity, but chose not to address any of the YouTube comments that had been left on the MTV show. And obviously, I think she has just kind of used the excuse that they edited her, and that's what she's going to live with. And she's recruited Amari and Ashley to fill in some of the blanks for her. I mean, these comments, people are not happy with this. I mean, I'll read some of them for you guys. Someone said, MTV literally thought sending Ashley and Amari to put out the fire Tana started herself would actually help. Excuses, excuses. Why isn't Tana reading the comments and defending herself instead of getting her friends to do it for her? So Tana couldn't defend herself? I mean, this was filmed in her house during a quarantine. So was she busy sleeping or something? She looks bad. This did nothing to help that. Instead, she should come on and take responsibility for her actions instead of this mess. Why is Tana not doing this herself? Not buying the excuses that her friends who rely on her fame for their income are giving. Of course they would be excusing her behavior. It's so awkward watching Tana's friends make excuses for her behavior. This whole episode was uncomfortable. And it's true. I mean, obviously, Tana's friends are not going to get on MTV and start trashing her and saying that this is wrong, that was wrong, and all of this stuff in between. They're obviously going to be making excuses for her and come up with reasons why this was okay or why she didn't want to do that. They obviously did say once again that she was just in a really dark place and that Jordan and her argue all the time. It just shows how close they are. They also tried to make the weirdest excuses for the reason why Tana calls her hometown ghetto, and it was just, oh man. And saying that that's just something that they say very often and loosely in Vegas.
She's actually calling the house ghetto. It's a hyperbole. I'm sorry, to get all English on me, but it's literally a hyperbole, and I feel like it's just a matter of being over dramatic or using a word that's over dramatic on a situation to kind of highlight your feelings on the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially like the word ghetto is such like a Vegas term anyways.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like just uses that too much in every sentence.
Very true. But I don't think her intention here was to like downplay anyone else's housing situation.
And I'm just gonna say, no. The entire season, Tana tried to say that she had PTSD from her childhood and that she grew up poor and all of this stuff. And there's no excuse. There's no excuse for how she's treating people and this whole season. And oh, yeah, I'm just, But obviously they have to say that because Tana just got Ashley a new car. It was Ashley's birthday this week and Tana bought her a Mercedes. And what are you going to do when your friend buys you a Mercedes? You're definitely not going to talk smack about them on MTV in a video. You're going to defend them and you're going to make sure that you're saying the best possible things about them. I mean, she's literally quarantined with Tana. Tana's giving her a car and a roof over her head. The last thing she's going to do is tell it straight to the YouTube comments. Like that's not going to happen. Not gonna happen at all. None of the excuses that her friends or her have come up with are making any sense. They don't excuse any of the behavior that she showed. This is not something that people should think is okay. This is not a professional way to act or treat people that work for you or the friends that you have. This is literally the exact opposite of how you need to be acting and also caring about yourself. I think, if she does do a third season, which I really don't think is going to happen because she keeps talking so poorly about it, and if she was willing to do it, I think she would have done this bonus episode. I think at the end of the day, Tana is low-key embarrassed by her actions in this season, and that's why she's coming out with all these excuses for the way that she acted. But I think if she does do a third season, I don't even know what it could be about because there's nothing going on in her life. Like, there's literally nothing going on in her life besides her hanging out with Mod-san and, like, getting high. And there's nothing going on. She's not with Jake. There's no drama to be had other than making her look bad. I mean, as for Tana and a TanaCon update, the only thing that I have so far is that Drama Alert did mention that he saw my video, and in his own video, he said that he texted Tana in regards to the fact that Michael Weiss is doing a TanaCon 2, and she said that her lawyers will be handling the situation. So unfortunately, we will not be getting heat stroke and sunburns in season 3 of Tana Mojo MTV, because it sounds like she has absolutely nothing to do with it, which is for the best. She definitely doesn't need another whole TanaCon situation to bring her back down because that was a mess in itself, and her reputation is already slipping from this reality show. So let me know what you guys think about this whole situation in the comments down below. How did you feel about Amari and Ashley? having to defend Tana and the fact that Tana couldn't even address this stuff on her own on the MTV page. I love you all so much. I hope you're staying safe and you are staying sane, because I know it is hard to stay inside. I just hope everybody is okay at home. I love you, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.